Hey there, in today's video, I'm going to run and review the Killarney Half Marathon 2025 from County Kerry, Ireland. In this video, you'll see some of this, some of this, some of this, and some of this. I'm making this video because I'm running the Killarney Half Marathon tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. I've just arrived into County Kerry. It's 2 o'clock on a very beautiful afternoon. The weather in Ireland has been very beautiful this last couple of days. It's 24 degrees outside. The weather's supposed to hold for tomorrow. Because it starts at 8, it won't be too hot, but it'll be hotter than... I love it when it's hot. Just don't run very well when it's hot. But I'm looking forward to the half marathon. I'm doing it really as just a mental reset back into running, having finished the London Marathon and trying to mentally reset, refocus, redecide, re-aim, all sorts of things. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm down for the weekend. I'm going to spend today making videos and drone footage and various things around. Killarney is very beautiful. It's a tourist hotspot, to say the very least. I'm just looking forward to having a great time in Kerry and just running a 21-kilometer race that won't be too stressful. The watch says, my Stride football says I can do it in 274 watts, and I'm going to aim for something less than that on the way out and maybe something more than that at the finish. And see, I'm not, this is to run and report back. As always, this video might be long. There are chapter markers down below, so you can skip on through to the bits you might be interested in. Let's get going. Killarney is in County Kerry, known as the Kingdom. It's really beautiful on Ireland's southern tip. Getting there is fairly easy. By car, it's about 4 hours from Dublin. It's 305 kilometers, 190 miles. There are lots of buses and trains every 2 hours from Dublin. There's an airport nearby, the Kerry Airport at Farnfor, and Ryanair have regular flights from Dublin and parts of Europe. Killarney is a huge tourist town. There are lots and lots of hotels and accommodation. I recommend staying on the southern edge of Killarney so that you're close to where the race starts and finishes. I stayed in the Gleneagle Hotel, which is just less than 2 kilometers from Killarney, easy for me to walk in and out. It's the Marathon Hotel. The start line is across the road. You can see it from my room, which has the balcony. Great to stay in because on race morning, breakfast was served at 6 a.m. and all the festivities and the fun happened right there immediately after the race. The race starts at Hegarty's gas station, a short walk from the Gleneagle Hotel. It follows the N71 south from the Gleneagle towards Kenmare. The sign on the left says, "Welcome to Killarney National Park." You can go into Muckross here on the right. Parking is free on the left. The jaunting cars also park. We would call them a pony and trap or a horse and a carriage, and mainly used by tourists. I passed a sign that says road closed on race day, 7:30 to 10:45 a.m. It's mostly closed. I didn't see any cars during my time on the course, but there are some bicycles. And after I'd finished, I did see a certain amount of cars at either end. On the right is the main entrance to Muckross House, gardens and traditional farms. My family had a traditional farm in Kerry and it looked nothing like this. The race turns around before it gets to the scenic lookouts at Ladies View and Malls Gap. But if you are driving, they're well worth driving onto parking and admiring the view. We passed the Torque waterfall. You don't see it from the course. Parking fills up right here. There are parking spots just before and just after, which were much easier to use. On the way back, we turn off the road and into Muckross at this point, with Muckross Lake being on the right-hand side as we head out. As well as a half marathon, there's also a 10-kilometer race. It starts after the half marathon, but it uses mostly the same course. The sign says Meetings of the Waters. This is where the 3 main lakes converge, the Upper Lake, Muckross Lake, and Lake Leanne. The sign says meetings. Online, sometimes it says meeting. Signs vary in Ireland an awful lot. Don't put Meeting of the Waters into your sat-nav in case you end up in Avoca, County Wicklow. Make sure it's the Killarney one, if that's where you're going. I found this to be really beautiful. The stretch here is called the Long Range. The water flows under the road. Really scenic, lovely on the way out, though you're sort of going uphill. On the way back, there were people playing drums and various things. This was my favorite part of the race. The signs say oncoming traffic in middle of the road. They say that with good reason. Please watch out for cyclists and pedestrians. Be prepared to suddenly stop, watch for passing places. The nearest one may be behind you. You may have to reverse. We quickly turn around, you'll see the upper lake on the left-hand side with Killarney straight ahead. The race is rolling hills all the time. There's nothing particularly steep. There's nothing particularly long, but it's rolling and rolling and rolling again. The N71 forms part of the Ring of Kerry, which is 179 kilometres, 111 miles long. It's a loop. It can be hard to pass on the narrow Kerry roads. The tour buses run anti-clockwise. You can get stuck behind them. My advice is go in the opposite direction. If you're in a camper van, go the same way. You'll be going the same speed. And it is hard to pass, particularly a camper van trying to pass a bus on certain roads would be very difficult. If you're traveling slowly, pull over and let the locals pass. You'll see the flowering rhododendrons at the sides of the road. They're pink and mauve. I think they're beautiful, but they're an invasive species. They take over everything. And the Killarney National Park and lots of volunteers have spent a lot of time trying to cut them back and let a lot of other plants and fauna thrive. We turn left off the N71, joining the 10-kilometre course and into the grounds of Muckross House. Initially, you run in the trees before emerging to the open land around Muckross House. You can see the path emerging from the forest, and from here you're sort of in and out of forest cover for quite some time. Muckross Lake is in the foreground, Lough Leane is to the rear. You can see Muckross House as we fly over the trees towards Killarney, which is straight ahead in the distance. In 1932, Muckross House was given by William Bowersborn and Arthur Rose Vincent to the Irish nation. It was formerly owned by Arthur Guinness, first Baron of Ardilaun. And speaking of Guinness, there's only about 4 kilometres to go from this point to the finish. In the park, there's lots of greenery, lots of water, and lots of history. This bridge is dated 1878. You can see the path surface here. It's really very good. I went to check it out before the race. There's no need for trail shoes. I ran in Vaporfly 4s without any issues. You come out of the national park and onto the cycleway. You can see the cycleway separated from the road to the left, and coming up on the right is Hegarty's, the starting point of the races. The path now takes you straight and slightly uphill to the finish opposite the Gleneagle Hotel. Race morning in Killarney was beautiful, sunny, straight low and slightly uphill. You can see the Gleneagle Hotel straight ahead. The finish line is below. The start line is a few hundred metres further on to the right. It's race day in Killarney. It is 7:10. The race leaves at 8 o'clock. It's a beautiful morning. And the race starts, I think, just down there, and it finishes just over there. I've got some drone footage from this morning. I'm really just running this for the sheer enjoyment of it and to get back into running. The Garmin says I'll do it in, well, I mean, it says I'll do it in, let's see, what's it saying? It says I'll run a 150, 153. I won't. It's a hilly course and I'm not going to try. If I go sub 2, that's fine. This is just a nice training day. I got some nice drone footage in Killarney and around the lakes and all that. I got some footage in the car. There won't be much in-race footage. I'm not bringing my phone. I'm hoping to leave the phone near the start-finish line and get some pictures of the sort of atmosphere, but I'll also probably leave this camera up filming people going by there, including maybe myself, depending on how long the battery and all lasts. But yeah, it's about to kick off. I'm gonna go downstairs and yeah, start the last minute messing around that always happens before a race.
Well, good morning everybody. You're very welcome to Run Killarney. Our half marathon will be starting at 8 o'clock, which is just about 8 minutes away. So if you're down near the Gleneagle, you better get up here to Hegarty's. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's look everybody. Enjoy the marathon. So look, don't forget your watches, lads, start your watches. Absolutely, everybody's going to do a personal best today, I'm pretty sure.
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks.
Hey, well done, Barry.
Thank you very much.
What's going, thanks? Our super half marathon runners here this morning.
How did I do? Well, despite my predictions, Garmin said I would do it in 1 hour, 51 minutes and 53 seconds, presumably for flat race. I did it, according to the gun, in 1 hour, 52 minutes and 4 seconds, or the chip in 1 hour, 50 minutes and 2 seconds. I started at the back to film, hence the big difference between the chip time and the gun time. Stride said I would do 274 watts, I did 277. There were 1,207 in the race and I came 389th overall. I was 7th on my chip time for the male 60s, above 60, and 8th in gun time. But there's only really one stat I care about, and that is that I got 911 watts Garmin Max Power out of my Vaporfly 4s. Yeah, very pleased with that one tiny piece. Immediately after the race, I went, got the drone and filmed people finishing the 10K and the half marathon. Really did enjoy looking at the race from what was for me a very unusual angle, particularly for a race I've actually been in. In this clip, you'll see two runners running down towards the finish line using every drop of energy they've got left. And when they cross the finish line, they shake hands. A great finish to the Run Killarney races. Then it was back across the road where, to my surprise, there was a bar open in the car park of the Gleneagle. Pints of Guinness before 10:30 a.m? Sure, why not? I've never drunk alcohol that early in the day, but it was great. You know, you hung around, got talking to lots of other people who were doing the same thing in a beautiful sunny day. Then a nice nap and then heading out into Killarney for the evening. Being the tourist town that it is, Killarney is always very busy of a summer's evening. It was hopping. There'd been a GAA football match, Kerry had won, and of course there was a half marathon and a 10K, and yeah, the pubs, they were rammed. I went down to Reedy's. If you've ever wondered what it's like to drink in a pub in Killarney, well, it's like this. Here I am wandering from the back of the pub to the front. There are some open areas behind the main building to the front. It's really quite something, but I had to work to get my way through. This is just one public house. Run Killarney is very well organised. The same company run 3 events. They also do Run Kilkee, a half marathon, and they do the Dingle Marathon and the Dingle Half Marathon. They all sell out really early. I'll put links to their website and to the videos I made of all the races in the description. I'll also put a link to my Map My Run course route that I did and edited just after I finished the race. I finally made my way out the front of Reedy's pub. Killarney is a magical place, even in the pouring rain. But if you get the weather like I did, there's no place on earth quite like it.